Hey guys, so it is February 26th, 2023, and I've decided it's time to start a diet. Currently, I'm 267 pounds. My gut is starting to hang over my trousers, which is not a good sign. And so I've done in the past I've been an athlete and I've done some yo-yo dieting, and I've had success losing weight several times, but I always gain it back, and probably this time will be no different. But I am going to do a few things differently than I have in the past, to see if the results will change. So one of the differences will be in the diet. So I'm reading this Dr. Gundry's Diet Evolution book, and to be honest, he's got a 3-phase diet system, the first phase of which I've already done when I've done other programs in the past, and it's been extremely successful, that first phase, which is like high protein and eliminating all refined carbohydrates. That's been successful. So I'm encouraged by this book, and the reason I initially started this chose to start this diet is because of a YouTube commercial that came up that caught my attention, and basically it talked about, it probably said, are you experiencing these issues? And some of the issues I've been experiencing is indigestion constantly, chronically, irritable bowels, pretty severe joint pain in my knees and backs and shoulders, sometimes my feet, especially when I try and do exercise, or when I do a little too much exercise, which isn't even that much these days. My joints are all achy. I've started to have like skin issues where I get like a little bump or something, and it's just not going away. It'll last a long time. So he talks about these issues as and I'm out of breath when I walk up the stairs, which is pretty pathetic for me, I feel, being a former athlete. When I do get back to train jiu-jitsu, I usually soar, for several days after a light training session. So anyways, these are all signs that my health is headed downhill, in addition to the big old gut that's hanging over my belt and other issues. So the commercial that I saw on YouTube basically referenced a lot of that, so it caught my attention. And then I forget what specifically in the ad made me buy the book, but I just want to read this one little paragraph talking about it. Okay, it says, "You've probably failed at other diets just as I have, not because you're weak-willed or have a problematic or sluggish metabolism, an underactive thyroid, or hormonal imbalance, or whatever, but because the initial teardown phase of the diet did not evolve into a restorative phase or restoration phase. Or conversely, you tried a useful rebuilding diet as a first phase without a well-prepared foundation, and there was no structure upon which to build." So basically the difference, from what I understand so far reading this book, he's got 3 phases, and although the teardown phase that helps you lose weight really fast is very similar, or almost identical to some that I've succeeded with in the past, I've always, after I've done those diets, I've always kind of yo-yoed back because I didn't have other phases to progress into, and specifically I believe his 3rd phase is like the long-term healthy eating phase. which is supposed to teach your body and your genes that that to help you not have autoimmune type responses where your body's attacking where your genes are attacking your own body. So I'm excited about trying that because I know the first phase has been successful for me in the past, and then I'll have different and more permanent phases to move into, and hopefully that'll work more long term for what I'd like, which is just long term health without achy joints and things like that. I'm a pretty big guy, like I said, 267 pounds. When I do lose weight, I think a nice weight for me, I'm 5'10", so a nice weight for me would be between 200 and 220. If it's 220, it'll be hopefully a muscular 220. I'm not interested in putting on a lot of muscle mass, just keeping what I've got. So that's the diet. I'm gonna do this Dr. Gundry's diet evolution, and I'll be following the phases in this book. And my other mindset about dieting this time is, rather than like a crash diet where I try and lose as much weight as I can in 3 months period of time, what I'm really looking forward to is more like, I'm looking at this like a long-term goal, like 2 years. So slow and steady wins the race. It's 2 years, and then obviously continuing beyond that. But in terms of going from 267, I'd like to get to within my 200 to 220. If I can get there within 2 years, that's great. If it happens fast, fine. As far as the workout plan, what I've done in the past too with workouts is I've done workouts in different ways. Some of them have been more successful, and the one workout system that was the most successful for me was something I derived mostly from a book called Convict Conditioning. And that was, the reason I think that was the most successful is because it's not because it's necessarily the best program out there, but it's the one I was able to stick to for the longest period of time, which was, I stuck to it for about 5 years, and I made awesome progress in basically bodyweight calisthenics. So I'm going to go back to that because it's not an intense program. It's something that I can fit into my daily life, even though I've got 3 kids and a brand new baby that's keeping me up all night. Even though when I'm working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, for many weeks at a time. So I've got essentially no time to make it to the gym and no energy before or after work. So the workout is something that you do throughout the day in sets. And it's basically things like push-ups and pull-ups and bodyweight squats. And you just progress from something, a relatively simple version until you get to, more intense versions like pistol squats, which is one-legged squats, or one-arm push-ups, or one-arm pull-ups and things like that. I'd also like to get to some cool things that I've never been able to do, like a planche push-up, or a muscle up would be cool. Also, handstand push-ups. I've kind of been able to do them in the past with a wall support, but I'd like to be able to do freestanding handstand push-ups. And then just, pistol squats into infinity, would be pretty sweet. Or let's say if I could do, 30 pistol squats on each side would be amazing. Okay, so since this is the start of my diet program, I'll be starting in a couple days. Since I just got back to the Philippines, I want to get a baseline of my health and fitness. So I'm going to do my 3 baseline measurement fitness exercises right now. So those are, I'm going to do air squats or bodyweight squats until exhaustion, push-ups until exhaustion, and then kind of like assisted pull-ups. I don't really have a good pull-up system in this room, but I've got got the baby swing, which I think will support my weight, and then I'll put my feet up on this couch and do these kind of like assisted pull-ups and see how many of those I get. Since I'm probably going to get the fewest pull-ups followed by the fewest push-ups in the middle, and then the squats I think I can do a lot of. So I'll do them in that order: pull-ups, push-ups, squats. So I'm going to take this shirt off so you can see how fat I am, and so it doesn't get covered in sweat. So as you can see, I'm not completely out of shape. I mean, I've been doing these push-ups and pull-ups periodically at work, so I'm not hideously out of shape. But I am, my gut's getting pretty big. I'll suck it in so you can see what that looks like. It looks okay if I suck it in, but still a good heft of fat. Some pretty thick love handles. My back probably doesn't look very well defined. You can see that there's a base of muscle under there, but obviously I'm carrying around a lot of excess body fat. So let's see if we can get rid of that slow and steady over the course of 2 years. And let's do a baseline to see where we're at. So, got this fairly cheap, this is for the baby swing. I think it'll support my weight. If not, you'll see a funny crash fitness failure video here. All right, here we go. Oh boy. Get the feet up on the couch. Don't break on me. Okay, here we go. Bent feet on the couch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm using my feet to assist, kind of pushing a little bit, trying to bring my chest to the bar. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. My wrists are kind of giving out, and I'm having to use a lot of my foot power or my legs to push. Oh boy. Okay, that's plenty. I'm gonna turn it sideways just so you can see the kind of the leg position that I had. Alright. So basically, I was kind of putting my feet up on the couch like so, and going like this. Ooh, okay. Alright, I don't know, that was like 12 or 14 or something, I'll count later. Okay, so that's those. Alright, let me get this out of the way. Okay. See, starting to breathe heavy, but doing okay. Okay, push-ups. I know you won't be able to see me all the way here, but you just have to trust me that these are full push-ups. I don't want to adjust the camera every time. So here we go. Or mostly full push-ups. All right. heart attack here. I feel like my legs are pretty strong from carrying my fat ass around everywhere. So, we'll see, but I think I can do a lot of these. And it'll probably be my cardio that gives out before my legs. Actually counting, I'll just count them up later on the camera. Oh gosh. You know, I'll be honest, when you're married with 3 kids, there's not a lot of there's not a external motivation to get in shape and be super sexy, you know. You know what I'm talking about. But for me, I have a couple motivations. One, I want to show my kids good, healthy eating habits and living habits and stuff like that. Be a good role model. Number 2, now that we're done having kids, we had our 3rd kid, and he's 4 months old right now, and that'll be our last kid. So it's a good excuse for me and my wife to kind of get back in shape, get our sexy pre-kid bodies back. So we can enjoy each other that much more. And number 3, they got 2 older brothers, and my middle brother, 18 months older, he's got 2 kiddos, kind of the same, similar age as my kiddos. My older brother, he's a firefighter, he's got 5 kiddos, and they're all, you know, the oldest is out of high school now, and the youngest is getting up there in age. Anyways, he's in great shape, the firefighter brother, and he's in awesome shape, and that's motivating. And also my middle brother, he was pretty out of shape, but he got in shape last year, and they got together and they took some cool pictures, and they're coming to visit me here in November to the Philippines, which will be their first time visiting me in the Philippines, and for my oldest brother, it'll be his first time out of the country. And anyways, we'll be on the beaches and Probably have some cool pictures, and I don't want to be the super fat, out of shape brother. So part of my motivation is to brotherly competition. I want to be at least comparable shape with those two studs. There'll be 3 studs on the beach. Anyways, so that's my 3 points of motivation for now. And I'm also out here in Palawan. I'm a jiu-jitsu coach for a couple guys that are beginners, and also for my kids and some of the kids and my friends. And I don't want to be the fat professor or fat out of shape jiu-jitsu coach. I'd like to be a good role model there too. So I'd like to be fit and someone that the kids can look up to for fitness too. So that's another motivation. And aside from all those, aesthetic or whatever motivations or superficial motivations, there's also just the health effect that probably all the reduction in heartburn and reduction in achy joints and reduction in irritable bowels. And gosh, my feet are hurting on this tile. I gotta put my chanelas on so my feet aren't hurting as much. Whew. So yeah, I'm not really getting tired on these leg ones. I feel like I can. Oh, that was a low one. That was pretty low. It kind of hurt my knees. I'm not gonna go that low. Just go to about here. Anyways, so just general bettering my mood, bettering my energy levels, hopefully make me more motivated and give me a more positive outlook on the future and whatnot. That'll be nice. Side benefits that I've had in the past when I've done a real clean diet. I just kind of get motivated about life and stuff. Even just the act of getting started is kind of motivating. Feeling the motivation right now. Whew. But yeah, it's a little achy on my knees, but my leg muscles aren't getting tired. I do a decent amount of walking and stairs at my job. I'm gonna walk up a bunch of flights of stairs. That's one thing I do, is I always take the stairs instead of the elevator, just to do that kind of small little fitness things in your life, so you don't become a complete slob. But anyways, whew. Oh, so with this fitness program, what I'm doing right now is not the level 1 part of the fitness. This is a little more intense. I've kind of got this fitness program that I've broken out. Like I said, I borrowed a lot from Convict Conditioning, which is a fantastic book. You ought to check it out. Pay for the PDF or whatever. Download it, read all the text. It's got really motivating text and good information in there. And then the exercise programs are pretty solid as far as I'm concerned. Then anyway, so I've kind of combined that exercise program, but I've taken a little bit from Jeff Cavaliere at Athlete Next. He's got this thing where he does these kind of 12 reps of warm up, and then he does these 20 work sets where you kind of do your 12, and then you're only taking maximum of 15-second breaks, and then you do 20 work reps where, if you're in the right rep range, you probably only get like, after you do your 12 warm-ups, you probably only get like 8, and then 7, and then 5 or something would be an example of 20, where you might get like 6, and then 4, and then 3, and 2, and 2, and 2, and 1, or something like that. But basically, every time you go until you just can't do anymore, and then you take 15 seconds, and then you go until you can't do anymore, and you take 15 seconds. Even if you're doing just one at a time, and even if they're, kind of momentum reps or whatever you got to do to get 20. Anyway, so I started doing that with that sort of repping with the sort of convict conditioning type body weight exercises, and that seems to work pretty well. And I do about 3 to 5 sets throughout the day, not all at once because I don't want to get sweaty at work. As you can see, I get pretty sweaty pretty easily. So I'll just do 1 set, you know, with the 12 warm-ups and the 20 reps, and then I'll wait an hour or two and do another set, wait an hour or two, do another set, till I've gotten three minimum, and sometimes 5 or 6 in a day. And basically I break my week into 3 groups. So there's legs and shoulders is one group, front, like abs and chest, which will include like triceps because it's part of the pushing motion, and then the back and biceps and some bridges and stuff for the low back. And anyway, so I do break the body into 3 groups, and I usually do about two groups a week. So I'll do like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know, groups 1, 2, 3, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, groups 1, 2, 3 again. Maybe changing up the types of exercises for each muscle groups just a little bit, you know, on the second time of the week, and then I'll take a day off. But the thing is, if I need a day off, either because I'm really busy or because I'm just tired or whatever, I'll take a day off sometimes in between. So I don't make it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday thing necessarily. It's just day 1, 2, 3, day 4, 5, 6, followed by rest. Or some weeks it might be day 1, 2 rest, 3, 4 rest, 5, 6 rest, or day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rest, or whatever. You know, I'll throw in rest days when I need them. That's my point. I don't stick specifically to days of the week. Anyway, I'm not getting tired on these, but my knees are starting to hurt, so I'm gonna give it a break, give it a rest. I don't want to be in pain tomorrow. But that's not a real good measurement for my legs. But I got these big old beefy, probably somewhat muscular legs that are do a lot of work and not get tired. So I don't know what's a good measurement for the legs. I know I can't do one-legged squats. That's more to do with being fat and having bad knees. I'll get there eventually. Anyways, thanks for checking out my first video. I'm not going to worry too much about editing or making it good. This is just for posterity, and I'll check in with more videos like this throughout my diet and exercise program. And hopefully in a year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, you'll see me doing cool shit like planche push-ups and one-arm pull-ups and pistol squats. You know, we're doing, I don't know, you'll see me do some cool stuff, hopefully, because that's the kind of shape I want to get in. I don't want to be lifting heavy weights around, although I'll do a little bit with dumbbells for my arms and shoulders and stuff, but I don't be needing to. I got bad disc problems in my back. I don't need to be lifting heavy stuff anymore. I just want to be fit for jiu-jitsu and martial arts. I do a little Muay Thai, and fit for my kids and have that kind of functional fitness. Alrighty, I'll see you guys as the year progresses. See you in a while. Thanks for sticking around. Alright, good luck if you're also doing a weight loss program. See you on the next one.